Hey everybody, Kevin McElvaney here, editor-in-chief of Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine. I'm here to show you the next issue of the magazine, which we just got our print copies here in the office. They've actually begun going out to subscribers, so if you subscribe, you should hopefully be getting your copy soon. I know we were having some issues with the mail, not us specifically, us in the United States. There were a lot of delays, but that does seem to be correcting itself. So this issue will be going out to subscribers, and it's available for pre-order now. It'll be on newsstands on February 2nd. It is our April 2021 issue. For the last, I don't even know off the top of my head how many years, the April issue has served as our year-end awards issue and year-end review issue. So what that means is, it's got the April cover date, but it's released in January into February over here, depending whether you're picking up the digital or print edition. And it's a recap of the previous year. We wait until as late in the year as we possibly can to finalize this. This particular issue went to press just before Christmas. So you can see Orange Cassidy's on the cover. A lot of people are very excited about this, having followed Orange for a long time or being a fan of his work in AEW. Other people who would be more wrestling purists maybe bristle a little bit at this, but he won the most popular Wrestler of the Year award as voted by our readers. So I thought it would be fun to showcase him on the cover as sort of a sign of how the wrestling business has evolved throughout the years. A couple people have pointed out that he's holding the plaque upside down. Yes, that's on purpose. That's part of his character. We have that's my column right there at the beginning. Picture of MJF there, who's runner-up in the most hated wrestler category. So this is our table of contents. You see we have the list of every award that's given out. This year we actually opted to, it may be back, but we did away with the Woman of the Year award with the anticipation that women were going to fare very well in a lot of the other categories, which did turn out to be true. Some readers agreed with that, others did not. We are considering bringing it back next year, but part of the reason we also did that was to make room for the Independent Wrestler of the Year category, which is not something we'd done before. One of my personal crusades for Pro Wrestling Illustrated has been to give more coverage to independent wrestling. So Warhorse was I almost said Warhausen, which is his tag team with Danhausen, was the winner in that category, the inaugural. Pull it up momentarily, it's in here somewhere, but you see there's Orange Cassidy, voted most popular wrestler. You see the runners up. What's really cool about this section, in my opinion anyway, is that we've been doing this more or less the same way for decades. I mean, if you look back at a very old issue of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, you'll see we have the runners up listed this way, and we have short write-ups. We have the big write-up about the actual winner in the category. In more recent years, we've opted to go with the pinup photo, full page. So just a preview of what you're looking at here. So actually, this is cool. I spoke about this on Twitter. Bayley and Sasha Banks won Tag Team of the Year as well as Feud of the Year, the first two women to win Tag Team of the Year. The second time that two women have won Feud of the Year. The other time was Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair about 5 years ago, I believe. But no tag team has won both in the same year, and certainly not for feuding with one another. So really cool. We have Mox right there. So John Moxley was voted Wrestler of the Year after being selected by us as the number one wrestler in the PWI 500. So, there was debate when he was named number one, but our readers, with voting for him, seem to have upheld our decision. We have our annual Weston Award. So this year we gave it out to two different people. We have Medusa Michelli, who is, of course, a pioneer in women's wrestling in the U.S. and Japan. And then Stu Sachs, my predecessor, longtime publisher, the guy who made PWI what it is today. So they were both given the award, and going forward, we're going to give this out to at least two people in a given year. But apart from the awards, we have a lot else in this issue. We have the major title changes throughout the year, complete with photos. There's some pictures you may look a little bit familiar, but I mean, they're the iconic shots from the year, and then you have other photos you really haven't seen anywhere else. I mean, here's a picture of Jordan Grace's knockout title victory over Taya Valkyrie in Mexico. Just some really cool stuff. And this is a pretty extensive section. It doesn't have every major title in there, but pretty thorough. And then we have, for the first time, we have the year in PWI. So this is just some of the things that we have endeavored to do over the past year. We have our top 10 news stories, which we do every year. This year we have our growing staff of, I think at last count it's 14 or 15 writers, have all selected their most prominent memory of the year. We have, this is our Then and Now feature, which we run in some of the issues. And then, of course, as always, we have our official ratings, Drawing Blood with, Jason Conlon, Mr. J. And, that's an overview of it. But really in-depth analysis of the year 2020, which very strange, unconventional year in pro wrestling, but one that we won't soon forget. You can order this, again, at PWIawards.com. You can order it directly from our website at PWI-online.com, but we've made it nice and easy for you at PWI Awards. You can click that pre-order link, and we will fulfill the order once we get the additional non-subscriber copies that get mailed out. So, in the next few weeks, you should be getting it, if not sooner, and then on newsstands February 2nd. As always, make sure you're following us across social media. We're on Facebook, Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Everywhere else, we're at Official PWI. Check us out on Substack, which is our newest platform. We'll be posting blogs on there and then ultimately migrating our weekly newsletter, the PWI Weekly, over to Substack. We're at prowrestlingillustrated.substack.com. Again, check us out and hope to hear from you.